There we go. So we are live right now on the Facebook group, Facebook pages as well for Midnight Marketing Academy and Not Bananas Marketing. If this is your first time seeing my face, we are here to talk to you about our Midnight Marketing Academy, and we actually have a graduate who graduated last year. So in our third batch, Miss Imelda here with us, and so we're super excited that she made it through the 7 months.
Yes.
A little background
Yes.
on what Midnight
Yes.
Marketing Academy is, if you don't know it, is it's a 7-month training program where we're taking
Mm-hmm.
virtual assistants from around the world to come in and learn and like I think intensive course, but 7 months of marketing. They're doing assignments every single week. And if they do not complete an assignment, they will eventually get kicked out. So we start with over 20 students and we typically end with less than 10. So because all these students have to go through every class, they have to complete all their assignments, and at the end they graduated. And so I'm so excited to have Imelda here who has done that. She's went through all the classes, she's done all the assignments, and like was always asking questions. We loved having her in class because she's always asking us stuff.
Yes.
And so it definitely makes it more enjoyable for us as well. So Imelda, do you want to introduce yourself some more and let everybody know from what you have done, like with your background and stuff like that? And we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, I'm Imelda. You can call me. Actually, I hate people calling me Imelda. I don't like my name, but you can call me Emmy. But it's okay.
You say Annie?
Emmy. Yeah, Emmy.
Okay.
And then prior to joining Midnight Marketing, I was working in a corporate setting here in the Philippines. I work as a food buyer, and then I have to stop because of a sickness. So come 2021, and because of COVID as also, I was forced to just stay home just to recuperate. But then I was thinking, probably I don't want to go back to working in the office anymore with the traveling and all. It took me 2 hours going to work and going back to another 2 hours. So that's very tiring for me. So I decided to do some online or to take some online work. But then how? I don't know how to do it. Um, so what I did is I just browse actually I'm a course hoarder, so I gathered as many free courses as I get in the internet, and then it's very one-sided. They will just provide you all the narratives about it, and then you just review it on your own, but you don't have anyone to ask those questions. So when I came across Midnight Marketing, and it's an internship, so what I said, wow, that's amazing, and it's for free, right? So I grabbed the opportunity, but when I saw that it's for 7 months, I said, wow, that long? And so I counted the months. I said, okay, I would be finished by the end of the year. So yeah, pretty much I would have enough time for myself and prepare for the holidays. That was what I'm thinking. So I said, so during the interview, I think I asked Raymond, how are we going to do the classes? How are we going to navigate the courses through online? And then how are we going to submit the assignments? How often do you need it? Something like that. So I was very inquisitive about how to go about the internship. So when I joined the internship, I was very happy when I mentioned earlier that with the other courses that I've taken, you don't have anyone to ask about the course. I mean, you just have to do it all by yourself. But then most of the time, I have lots of questions. I ask too much question. I overthink things. So clearly it's evident during classes. I would ask Raymond or Hannah, how are you going to do this? Do you have any software to do this? Do you have alternative software to do this? Or um, um, what strategies do you think um, I should do to make it more relevant? Something like that. I asked a lot of questions. So when we started the internship, it's quite easy. So it's quite a smooth start. And then as it progressed, I was really very interested on the topics like graphics, because I'm not an art person. I feel art or crafts during high school or something. So
Mhm.
when we did this, when we started doing Canva and then Adobe, and then I forgot what they call that. You change the background of the picture, something like that. You do it with Adobe, and then it's like, wow, that's amazing. So that was one of the highlights. I was really, very happy to do it. That I was able to do it.
Mhm.
I was nervous with that assignment because my laptop is kind of old. It's an 8-year-old laptop, so
Yeah,
it's
okay.
kind of slow. So I
Mhm.
was asking Raymond, do you have alternative software or app for that or program? Because you know my memory is kind of small, and then the speed is kind of slow. So yeah, you guys provided an alternative, and that made me able to do those graphic stuffs. So I was saying, wow, I can do this now. So I was really exciting. And then another milestone, or no, not really milestone, but very memorable um, task for me is doing the copywriting. Actually, it's a bittersweet. I don't like doing it because I really get nervous preparing for it. I mean, it's easy to research and gather the data, but how you how you put it all together and make get a very attractive headline and then very interesting copy. Oh, that gives me the scare. But then yeah, through your guidance and through your comments, objective comments, I kind of enjoy it. And then, um, yeah, I think those are the two that are struck me the most. The making graphics and then doing copy.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I know, like you said, you took a lot of different courses, so you're a course hoarder.
Mm,
I feel like a
yeah.
lot of people, especially free courses and different things they can kind of grab and do. But
Mm.
so it kind of like makes me wonder, like, so how did you find, like, how did you learn about Midnight Marketing Academy?
I just Google. No, I just went to the my Facebook, and then I typed internship classes, and then
Mm.
I saw MMA. That's simple. And then I said, "Is this for real? They're gonna give it for free?" So I started going to Google, and then Google started going to their website to check if this is real. I mean, huh? They're going to give it for free? And then I check all the graduates, and then check if those are real people. Some of some of the courses here, I'm not gonna name names, but they pay people to say good things about the course. So I
Uh,
was really skeptical about it. So I tried to research the people. Are they for real? And then is Hannah for real? Is Hannah a true person? Is Raymond real in the Philippines? And then yeah, something
well,
like
I'm
that.
real. We're here on the
Yeah.
on the call right now. But yeah, it's crazy. I think that's probably the number one question we get from any applicant that
Mm,
comes in is this real and is it really free? Like they
yeah.
all expect that like bait and switch where it's
Yes.
like, hey, it's free, but no, it's not. And it's something
Yeah.
Raymond and I like are very proud of the fact that like
Mm-hmm.
we have kept this free and that's what we're working towards
Yes.
because that's a part of our mission, our purpose is to be able to help as many people around the world as possible. Like we've had students in Nepal, we've had students in the Philippines.
Mm, mm,
Um, we work with people in Pakistan and Dubai. We've worked with people all over the world, and here in the U.S. as well.
mm-hmm.
Um, and to be able to train them, because I think there's so many marketers and there's so many courses out there from other people as well that are, you know, not providing true value to help
Mm-hmm.
you. And so
Yeah.
we've always worked really hard to teach you for free because we think this is something that everybody can learn. This is
Yeah.
truly a skill that we can all learn, but
Mm-hmm.
it does take dedication. Like
True.
it's 7 months, like you said, you're like, holy
Yes.
smokes, is this really 7 months?
Yeah.
And I think we've done really good to almost the day to make sure every class is exactly 7 months, not over.
Yeah.
We always try to make it under if possible. We just haven't been able to manage less than seven
Mm-hmm.
months yet, which is why we put it
Mm-hmm.
on there. But I don't think we've ever went over.
Yeah.
Um, And so, like, what made us stand out though to make you go, okay, I'm going to do this versus, just taking some other course online? So, what was the big differentiator from all those other courses versus MMA?
Hmm. I think the biggest, how do you say that, differentiator is how you conduct the process, how you provide advices as gentle as possible. You provide, I know we do the assignment, and then I know you're very advanced when it comes to marketing, you and Raymond, but you deliver such gentle, objective comments on our work, which, and then you allow us to ask a lot of questions. Like me, I mean, sometimes in one class, I ask like 5 questions, and then I just, continue to ask, and then you continue to answer and answer. So I think that motivated me to continue and to excel because the teachers here are very cooperative, very supportive, very they really you and Raymond really wanted us to learn marketing. I mean, I did not, I do not know anything about marketing. I've been working for a long time, but marketing is not really my turf. But then when I joined MMA, I said, oh, this is very interesting. I might like marketing. And I did.
No, that's awesome. And I think, if you're a student, like a future student watching this interview right now, going, should I do this? Like, you are capable of learning marketing. You're capable of
Yes.
doing the copywriting. I will say every student that goes through this training probably says that's the hardest, and it is
Yeah.
the one thing that we put through everything. So you really have to, push yourself to get uncomfortable, because the more uncomfortable you become, the more you're going to grow and you're going to learn.
Correct.
And but we are here, like, we love getting questions. We love talking to all the students and like helping them through this. It's what's pushing us forward. And if you're like a business owner looking to hire a VA for marketing, or really, like, I always say, like, these students, so Imelda or Annie,
Yes.
you have made it through 7 months, and we have a handful of other students have made it 7 months. To me, I'm like, if you can make it that far, that means you're dedicated.
Yeah.
Regardless, because especially for you, this is something that you've, not an expert in. This was something that put you in this uncomfortable space to go and learn. And so,
True.
as a business owner, that's something I always look for, is somebody that can put themselves in uncomfortable places to grow.
Yeah.
And really, you're going to be able to learn anything because you have that mindset to do it. So, as a business owner, like, if you need a VA, you should message us right now, and we'll connect you with Annie and see if you guys are a match, because she could help you with your marketing, or she can learn something different about your business to help you with. And so I think that's, the great thing about this class is, once you finish the 7 months, like, I know the students that have been placed and are working with companies now, like, none of them do the same thing. Like, they're all doing something different. But that's the beauty of it. Every student that's went through here, it has a learning-based mindset and is dedicated.
Yeah.
To be
You
able
need
to
that. You need that dedication. You need to have the passion to learn and the dedication to pull it through until the 7 month. So if you cannot, if you don't have that dedication to learn to finish it, I don't think you. I mean, I don't think you can, have a good job with any company, because with any company they hire you because of your dedication, not of course with your skill, but then with your dedication on the job.
Yeah. Like, a lot of times I've talked to people and I just say, yeah, I have this person, they went through 7 months of class and they turned in every assignment, they were there every week, and literally that's enough. There's not much more they need to ask. Even for our own company, we try to hire out of the academy, and honestly, I'm like, well, you just went through a 7-month interview.
Yeah.
So, and if you're a student and you're like, oh my goodness, what if I missed an assignment? We don't kick you out on day one. We'll work with students. We actually will message you when you miss an assignment, we message you the next day saying, hey,
Mm.
like, I don't think
Yeah.
if you ever miss an assignment, so you may not have ever
Yeah.
got those emails from us. If you miss an assignment, we work with you, Raymond and I.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, my dogs are stinging quiet
Yeah.
here now, if you don't hear them.
Yeah. They're
um,
having a concert. Yeah.
yeah, they're going full force now. So we'll work with you to make sure that, we totally get COVID a thing still in our world.
Mm.
And if you get COVID or any other kind of
Yeah.
illness, that's just saying, because that's the most
Mm-hmm.
popular one right now, we're going to work with you to make sure that, like,
And
you
whenever.
get healthy before
Mm-hmm.
you come back. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you, but
No.
I just remember whenever we have a problem with a an assignment, you allow us to have an extra class just to
Mm-hmm.
focus on that, because like if we have a lot of questions on that, or we didn't understand how it has to be done, then you will allow us to have one free class just to to focus on that. And then you allow us to, like, if we miss sending the assignment on the date itself, you give us like leeway on,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if you don't send it by Wednesday, you have to submit it by Friday, like that. So you give us ample time to prepare. I know everyone is busy, like with students, they have classes, with professionals, they have work. So you give us ample time to prepare and to do the assignments, which is really awesome.
Yeah, and so with that, you only have one assignment a week. And
Hmm, yeah, one
um,
assignment per week.
we'll be moving on to our fourth class this year. And so we've gotten
Mm,
really good at like systematizing things too. And so every Tuesday classes drop. Every
yes,
Wednesday we meet to go over last week's
yes.
assignment. And then Friday's kind of like we're finishing up last week's and answering
Mm-hmm.
questions for next week. And then we just do the whole thing every week for 7 months,
Yeah,
back and forth between me and Raymond.
yeah.
Um, but okay, so you said you enjoyed most the copywriting and the photo editing, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. What was maybe like something that was like one of the hardest things to do for in Midnight Marketing Academy for you?
The hardest?
Mm-hmm.
You mean the task or the time?
The, anything. So, what was the hardest part of Midnight Marketing Academy?
I think the hardest part was the last assignment, because I think we made, I think, two copies at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
that was really nerve wracking for me. I mean, I told you, when I love copywriting, I love reading copies, but then if you ask me to do it, it would take me a lot of vitamins to take just to take the courage to start it. So yeah, so we were given assignment, I think, to do two copies, and I think it's a website, one website with copies in it. So I said, okay, the graphics or the photo editing or the what you put it in, with the pictures and all, that's kind of easy. But when you add copy to that, that's the hard part. So we were like, I was like, checking out with my other classmate. Hey, how are you doing? Have you finished it? Like, where are you on this one? Like, did you finish? Did you add the graphics on it? Did you finish that one? And then did you move to the copy already? I was checking out if if I'm getting late, or
Mm-hmm.
it was falling behind. But then, and then you gave us another, I think, 2 more or 3 more days to an extension to finish that. And I said yes. And then that was it. And I said, "Ah, yes, I will be able to finish it," because I was rushing it. And then, yeah, that was a hectic week. But
Yeah.
it was really satisfying on the day. I was really shaking when we were on class that time, and you and Raymond were checking out. Both of you are going to check it. That was the first time that both of you are in the class, and both of you are going to give critic to our assignment. And I was like, oh no, this is going to kill me. I mean, I was shaking. My hands were clammy and everything. I was cold, and I said, "Oh no, now it's my time." And then, yeah, now we're gonna. And then Han was saying, "Now we're gonna check on Imelda's assignment." Oh no, that's it. So yeah. I had
Well, you
taken.
did amazing.
Thank you.
And that's one thing, like, so it's not like a pass or fail, like if anybody does an assignment. So all of our
Mm,
assignments are, you pass it. You do the assignment,
pass.
you're going to
Yeah.
pass as long as you put the
Yeah.
effort in. Of
Hmm.
course, like if you haven't followed the directions of the assignment, we will call you out
Yeah.
in front of
In a
everyone.
gentle way. In a gentle way.
um, to make sure that you get getting it done correctly, because we look at this as we hope that everyone that graduates from here will go on to work in a
Yeah.
marketing field. That's that's our hope for everyone.
Hmm.
And when you work with a client one day, they're not going to
Hmm.
sugarcoat things. So that's
Yes.
how I always look at it. Like I deal
True.
with clients all day long, and typically me or Raymond is the buffer between clients and actual like all the rest of our team.
Hmm.
And so we get that brunt of clients when this is wrong, do this, change that, and like it's very to the point. And so
Hmm.
we always make sure that we're trying to like balance that out when we're teaching you as well, just because you're gonna get it in the real world. And
Hmm.
we've like I went through college and like it was a completely different world than the real world. And so we're
Yeah.
trying to bridge that where
Hmm.
you're not just learning, like you're actually working on. And this
Yes.
your class actually worked with clients in a way.
Hmm. Yeah.
You're working on specific people. You knew who all of your
Yes.
stuff was for. And
Hmm.
so it's kind of that unique, and it's something that we're still trying to figure out all of the nuts and bolts of to make sure it works. um,
Hmm.
we are working on that. So no, awesome. So tell me, last question, what would you tell a future MMA student that's looking to join, that's going, is this a scam? Should I do this? What would you tell them?
You should. I mean, by all means, go. You take this chance. First, it's free. So, that's a big thing, free. Second of all, the learnings that I've gotten in MMA, I think you would pay like $1,000 just to have all that. Believe me, you're gonna get a lot of things from MMA, from the classes that we had. They give very valuable advice or information. The things, of course, there are updates in programs. They provide you that as well. So they provide those information which will help you not only with the current situation right now, but in the future, they well you they're going to suggest, like, if you can find it, you can search it in this site or something. Yeah. So, and then thirdly, so it's free, and then second, you learn a lot. Third, you work with the most, one of the best marketers that I've met. I mean, I don't meet a lot of marketers, sorry. But I know Raymond and Hannah are one of the best. I mean, they've got, big clients, and I'm checking their website and said, wow, they made this? That's amazing, right? So yeah, you're gonna be tutored. There, you're gonna be mentored by two of the most greatest marketers all over the world. Yeah. So
Well, thank you.
those three are very. I think those three are reason enough for you to jump on or to take the incoming course, the incoming internship of MMA, because but you have to have the dedication. It's gonna be tough. The adjustment will be tough on the first few classes, but as you go along, you're gonna be surprised that it's the 7th month already. I said,
Mhm.
"Huh? We're finished? How did that happen?" I mean, Raymond, where did you, where did the time go? I mean, it's gonna be like like a lifestyle already, and then the moment that we stop meeting, you're gonna be, what happened? It's like a lost something because you miss the classes. That's reality, the sad reality of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think by like the third month, we're all like, "Oh my god, we're already halfway through." Like, it
Yeah.
really the first half goes so quick for you.
Yeah.
But no, I really I appreciate what you're saying, and I always tell my daughter. So she's a swimmer,
Oh.
and so sometimes when she swims races, she might be the only one competing. So there's
Mm.
nobody else in the lanes. And so I tell her, I'm
Oh,
like, if you finish, as long as you finish, you're first
yeah,
place.
yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter if nobody else competed against you. You finish,
True.
you're first place. So I appreciate you saying maybe the only marketers you know, but we're the best marketers you know.
Yeah.
So thank you. And if you're a student watching this, we do have our class. We finally have announced it. It is starting on January 24th. That date might get pushed back a little bit as we are still interviewing students to come into class, but you can go to the website that's been scrolling across the bottom there, midnightmarketingacademy.com, to hit next class accepting applications, and you can apply it right there. Class is free. So it really is.
Yeah. It's free. It's
You
the
know,
real deal. If it's not, just look for me in Facebook and I'll vouch on it. Yeah.
yes. So, and then if you're a business owner looking to hire a virtual assistant, whether it's marketing or something else, like one of our VAs is actually helping somebody now with their bookkeeping. It's kind of
Oh.
it's completely different. They all go
Uh-huh.
different directions. And so if you need a VA for anything, everyone that's went through class is extremely dedicated. Go to
Yes.
midnightmarketingacademy.com, say, I need to hire a VA, fill out a form, or if you're wherever you're at on Facebook right now or on the webs watching
Mm.
us,
Yeah.
you can also just send us a message, whether it's through our Facebook or through a group. Send us a message and we can definitely help you start the process on getting matched with a VA that has graduated. We only even let the people that have went 7 months through. Like I remember in one of the classes, somebody had made it like we're 2 months in, we we're looking for a VA.
Mm.
And somebody from the class was like, hey, I want to apply. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you haven't made it 7 months yet. Like you have to make it through before I can
Yeah.
let you out into the world.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure that person didn't make it 7 months. And so I'm glad that I didn't, that we held strong to that though, because that tells you who's dedicated or not. So whether you're a student or a business owner, go to midnightmarketingacademy.com and we can help you out.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's everything. So thank you so much for joining me, Annie.
My pleasure.
Yes. Don't be intimidated.
I won't.
So.
The class is finished. I won't be intimidated anymore.
Awesome. All right. Well, if anyone has any questions, please reach out. We're super excited for the next class. And thank you so much for joining us and sharing your story. All right. Bye, guys.